We are here live with the famous Tati Paes. Where are you coming from, my friend?
Well, last I was in Paris. That was 4 years ago.
Wow. You're a woman who is very familiar with the challenges of moving to a new city, adapting to the city, buying a new home or getting a new home, getting your kids into school, all this stuff. Tell us a little bit more about how is it that you're so familiar with this process?
Well, let's say that my first move, I was 9 months old, and that was back in Brazil, where I'm from. Since then, I've lived in 12 different cities, 4 continents, lived abroad as a child, as a mother, as in every, let's say, different phase of my life. So that's where this experience comes from.
Okay.
From my own experience.
And how did you come to choose this beautiful city of Barcelona?
My husband was relocated here. So I moved here with my husband and my 2 kids after living for just a year in Paris.
So you're very familiar with the city is always trying to help people integrate here, and the Barcelona International Community Day is a big effort to introduce those companies that cater to the expat community, so they can understand what services they need and so forth. How are you integrated? Why is this an event that you come to today?
Well, because of the work I do. So through Interoots consulting, I help families that are moving abroad make their move more strategic. So looking at more of the mindset and human side of a transition. So most people, when they move abroad, they focus more on the paperwork, on the logistics, on the actual move. And what I work with is more of the inner transition that families go through.
Oh, excellent. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes. So I offer different services, but pretty much is through either consulting or mentoring, and we look at the life as a whole. So every decision that you make when you're living abroad, from choosing a home, choosing a school, choosing a community, it's all something, it's not just practical, it should be more strategic so that everything is aligned. So this is how I work. Everything, I have a methodology that I work with, but every service that I offer, we look at your life from the outside, and then we move in to decide, help you decide on a school, or help you decide on a career. So it's really how everything is aligned.
Okay. So I'm familiar with, I've made a hop across the Atlantic 4 times. So one of the challenges I think that people always forget about is the trailing spouse.
Exactly.
And a lot of times the trailing spouse is the one who's actually making the hardest decisions about what neighborhood to live in, where to put your kids, where to get your bank accounts, where to cut your hair, all these different things that people sometimes don't give it the appreciation that it deserves, but are actually the most important needs. So how do you prepare somebody to do that? Many times it's the husband, but not as much as it used to be. Anyway, how do you prepare the family for that?
Yes. Well, the trailing spouse is usually the one that's forgotten about, and I've been in that position, so I know what it feels like. So really, when you have the right support and you have someone by your side that's helping you foresee the challenges that you're going to face, and again, take you from the chaos of all the decisions that you're making, everything that you're going through, when you take a step back and you're like, okay, my life is more than my family, or is more than my job, or it has all the different pillars. And having a look at everything is very important for you to succeed in any aspect of your life. So this is how I help families go through their transition.
Do you have any examples of how you help a family or a husband or a wife that's newly relocated to Barcelona and wants to develop a professional network?
Yes, for a professional, I offer a program that's called Reinventing Yourself Abroad. And through this program, we help professionals find their next career step aligned with the life they wish to live. So this is usually trailing spouses or professionals that don't feel that their job makes sense anymore in a new city. So we help them go through this process, aligning it with the life they wanna live. So developing a network and looking again at the life from the outside and what kind of lifestyle they wish to live.
Okay, and are there any specific examples within Barcelona that you'd like to share with the international community?
Well, there are a few. And I think that most importantly about Barcelona, what's great about the city is that it has such an international community. So it's very easy to connect with other professionals who have been through the same process, and it just makes everything a lot smoother, let's say. So Barcelona is the perfect environment for you to go through a reinvention or to go through a transition.
Okay, so I know like friends like Lynn Lozano Galicia. She's the president of the Barcelona Women's Network. We also have, we saw from the Professional Women's Network, and Jessica Breitfeld is always doing events that particularly to empower women. Are there any other organizations that you attend or that you would recommend?
Well, I'm part of the MBA.
What is the MBA?
The Metropolitan Business Association. And this is a group of entrepreneurs and small business owners here in Barcelona, expats mainly, but pretty much it's an international community, and we support each other through connections.
So growing leads,
growing leads,
warm contacts for referral-based business.
Yes, yes.
Excellent.
Yes, yes.
All right, and so what is your favorite place to eat in Barcelona? Let's get to the important stuff.
That's a good question. I love eating. I'm Taurus, so I mean, I absolutely love. But I would say that probably my favorite place, I like Ikebana.
Okay.
Because it's, I like Japanese food. I actually learned how to eat Japanese food here in Barcelona.
Really?
Even after living in Asia for 3 years, I learned to eat.
Asia and Paris, they offer some really good
yes,
Asian
but
cuisine.
I learned how to eat Japanese food here. I guess just because I was more open-minded when I moved here, just because of the process I had gone through. So Ikebana is Brazilian Japanese restaurant. And,
what about feijoada? Is there a good feijoada here?
I haven't actually. My friends went today for a feijoada and I missed it.
But caipirinhas?
Yeah. Caipirinhas, yes, we make them at home. Yeah.
And is there anything else that you would like to share with the international community here today?
Well, if they need any kind of support transitioning through the different challenges of living abroad, making their move more strategic, and as I always say, when you move abroad, you have to live the life that you moved abroad for. You don't move abroad and just leave everything behind, not for it to make any sense, and not for it to be aligned with the purpose and with the life you wish to live. So just go for it, and if you need any support, I'm here.
Okay, Tati Paes, one last thing.
Yes.
What is the biggest mistake people make when they're trying to move abroad?
I think underestimating the challenges of moving abroad, thinking that they don't need any support.
Okay.
Thinking that they can do it on their own, which they can, but it will cost a lot of energy.
Well, I've done it 4 times. Each experience has been different. And I think the music is telling us it's time to move on.
All right. Thank you,
Tati,
Victor.
it's good to see you here.
Thank you.
Mwah, mwah. Thank you for being here at the Barcelona International Community Day.
Thank you.